Hi, this is Hunter from Fulton Music Lessons, and this is a tab lesson for beginners that expands on what we learned in the tab series for beginners #1 video. So if you haven't already, go check that out now. In this video, we're going to have some more complex tabs, and we're going to focus on using multiple fingers as well as multiple strings. And as always, I'm going to pull up the tabs so that you can follow along and play the song for you so that you can hear the melody. Okay, let's get started. Tab practice #1 is Smoke on the Water, and if you remember from video 1, we used this song before, but we only used it on string number 4, or the D string. In this video, we're going to break it up into 2 parts. We're going to try it on strings number 1 and 2 at the same time, and then we're going to move on to strings number 3 and 4 at the same time. So let's just start with strings number 1 and 2. Okay, so what you're going to want to do first is grab strings 1 and 2 with your thumb and your index finger, and you're going to want to kind of make a pinching motion on them. So fret 0 would sound like this on both strings at the same time. Okay, now that I can make that pinching motion with my index finger and my thumb on strings 1 and 2, let's move to the other hand, and you'll see that I've got 2 fingers laid across strings 1 and 2. And now what I'm going to do is push them down so that both strings are touching the wood of the guitar neck. Okay, and if we move back to the whole guitar, that riff is going to sound like this while I'm using the pinching motion on my right hand as well. So here we go. Alright, when you're feeling nice and comfortable with strings 1 and 2, we're going to move all of this up to strings 3 and 4. So you're going to do that same pinching motion on strings 3 and 4, and then we're going to do the same thing with our fingers here, but move them up to strings 3 and 4 there as well. So here's what it's all going to sound like here. Tab practice #2 is Redemption Song by Bob Marley, and this one's really nice because it uses a lot of the G major scale down here in your G position. And what I really like about this one too is it uses a lot of fingers 1 and 2 kind of going back and forth. So here's what it's going to sound like. Tab practice #3 is Sunshine of Your Love by Cream, and we're going to play this in 2 different spots on the neck, which is really great for moving your hand around for practice. This is also a great song for practicing different hand positions and finger numbers as well. So here's what it all sounds like. Tab practice #4 isn't really a song, it's more of an exercise, and the first thing we're going to want to do is number our fingers 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then what we're going to do is play through frets 1, 2, 3, and 4 with the respective finger, and we're going to do this on all 6 strings. We're going to go forward, and then we're going to go backwards. So here's what the whole practice sounds like. Okay, so there are 4 more really great practices to keep you going. These are going to be really helpful for building the muscles in all 4 of your fingers as well as the calluses and getting your right hand used to playing more than just one string while you're going through your tabs. If you have any questions about this stuff or there's other topics you want me to cover, please leave a comment below. And if you're feeling ready for it, move on to tab practice for beginners #3. Thanks for watching.